What's going on YouTube? Overwatch here, coming at you with my very first deck profile. Today, I'm going to be showing you my Kozmo list for the April 11th, 2016 format. So without further ado, let's get into the deck profile. Start off with standard 3 Kozmo Dark Destroyer, 3 Kozmo Slip Rider, 2 Forerunner. I like Forerunner 2 because it gives you something to float into with Dark Destroyer, except for Slip Rider, so that you still have a monster which obviously cannot be targeted by card effects after you've sent the first one with Tin Can. Next, 1 Dark Eclipser, because stopping Kozmo during the mirror match is really important, and Kozmo Dogfighter to float into Slip Rider. That's it for the ships. For the pilots, we have the standard 3 Kozmo Tin Can, 2 Farm Girl, 1 Straw Man, and 1 Wicked Witch. That's it for the pilots. And now for the hand traps, I just run triple Maxi. Now Maxi is probably the better hand trap to run out of Maxi and Veiler, just so the pure fact that Draco Powers have been hit, so they lost all of their consistency. And now people are going to moving over to things like Kozmo, BA, and Phantom Knights, or PK Fire, whatever you want to call it. So you won't always win that dice roll and be able to go first. So this gives you something to actually use when going second against those decks. Next, 2 Kozmo Town, because during multiple copies of this is just awful. So 2 is the correct amount. 2 Emergency Teleport, because we only have 2 Mystical Space Typhoon, because stopping return so that the Monarchs can't dodge your Solemn Strikes is just really important. You can also MST things like Kozmo during the mirror match and Solemn Strike also. Regeki for going second, and Reasoning also for going second and pushing for OTKs. Now for the trap cards, 3 Call the Haunted. This is standard. I now main deck 2 Anti-Spell. Now rather than just main decking 2 Mask of Restrict, which is of course like much better against Monarchs, Anti-Spell is just like all around a better card to have, because like it's just better against a wide variety of decks. Also, this card just slows the Monarch deck like right down. So to be able to search Pantheism, they have to set that Tenacity for a turn. Then to be able to use Pantheism, they have to set that for a turn. And to use Stormfall, they have to set it for a turn. To use Domain, Return, they just have to set it for a turn. So it just slows their deck right down. 3 Kozmojo. This is just really important for the mirror match. I feel this card is just too good not to run like 3 of. It's just, you just need to run 3. There's, like, I love it. 3. 3 Solemn Strike, because it's the best counter trap we've had released for a long time. And Solemn Warning. Now for the extra deck. Now with Kozmo, like, you rarely go into any of this, but it's just there just in case. So Felgrand, just in case. 2 Infinity, you'll go into this a lot. Only 1 Nova, because you can summon it back with Call the Haunted. 1 Pallades, 1 Durandal, 1 Flare Metal, 1 Big Eye, 1 Alucard, 2 Fortress Dragon, and 1 End and 1 Twin to summon with Nova. Now for the side deck. Now I tailored the side deck a bit, like less for Draco Pals and more for BA and Phantom Knights, along with Kozmo and Monarchs. So I run 2 Cyber Dragon and 3 System Down for Kozmo. Now I only run 2 Cyber Dragon because I found myself drawing multiple copies of it, and I just became paranoid because it just didn't do anything in my hand going first, especially with multiple copies. For times where I'm forced to go second, I know I'll be going second, I run Double Dark Hole and an MST. Now, Monarchs and just Kozmo plus Monarchs. So this is just for things where like I can clear the board and push for an OTK, and I can just get rid of like either Kozmo Joe or Song Strike. Next, Monarchs, Triple Mask of Restrict, staple in any side deck except for Monarchs, and 2 Magic Deflector. Now this is here to stop Twin Twister, to stop Domain, stop Return, and most importantly stop Stormforth, because Stormforth really hurts your deck. Now for BA/Phantom Knights, and I guess Monarch too if you think about it. 2 Chain Disappearance. Now this is a card people sided in the years 2014-2015 when you were playing against regular Burning Abyss. This was used to banish their Scum so they couldn't get any more searches out of it. Also, like, you could hit the Phantom Knight boots so they can't search for their trap cards, because this banishes all copies of the card from their hand and their deck when that card is summoned. The condition is the monster has to have 1,000 or less attack. You can also hit Dante with this too, so if you summon Dante you can banish the 1 Dante which is summoned. It doesn't banish the rest from the extra deck. Anyway, hope you like the deck profile. Please leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content like this, and I hope you enjoyed it.